Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me, the Babbler. That is me on this revolutionary high of an uprise at this time. And so, battling it out once again with spirit, my friends, because I sit here just like perplexed at the idea that I am being intuitively guided and prompted to hit record and do so furthermore without anything on mind except tapping into the energies at this time, or to share in this alignment with you all in some way, shape, form, while still resisting. Yet obeying. So I feel like that's kind of like the energy that's happening collectively. Resisting and yet still obeying. For some. I heard some are still resisting. But that's not who's watching here at this moment in time, because by the time you are watching here, you're more of a quantum participant in life. That's what I would imagine one to be. I already want to hit the record off. Events of loss. I just kind of cut it in half. These are actually new oracle cards that my daughter got me for Christmas, although this message is timeless and Christmas has yet to pass in this 2019 year. We don't celebrate holidays the same. Either way, this card kept coming up even for me yesterday. I have no concept of time, so yesterday could have been 2 weeks ago. But I did just get these cards, so a day or two ago. And then this came up with it now, and it didn't come up with me before. I kept trying to reshuffle this and like, I don't want to see that card. But I feel like that's the dive I'm supposed to take right now on this loss feeling. And these cards are interesting because we're gonna learn them together, because I only used them once on the go, kind of, and I kept trying to reshuffle and I still kept getting this card, and I'm like, fuck, you know, how much more loss? And then I was feeling, and I was like, no, that's not the message. But then, fear, my own, based off of my own life event. See, these cards say, I like the way that they break them down, because the top of this card for fear is describing an energy, which is also number 5, change. So there is a shifting occurring for many. Stop it. I don't want to hear that. In regards to loss and fear, or maybe there's some stagnation here. Yeah, because they don't seem to be moving. They seem to be watching. And the thing too with like I'm receiving so many messages at this time, and all I can hear is my dog licking in the background. Licking. I just want... I haven't given messages in regards to the divine masculine and divine feminine energies in a while, separating it in such a way. But if you want to look at it from this kind of soulmate, twin flame kind of lens, because life has to get our attention somehow, and sometimes it's not as profound as we think. So I like to believe in evolution due to my own healing, alchemy, and journey that I am dedicated to. And so even if I see the story unfolding and trying to be brought into light from multidimensional lenses of scopes of receiving and perceiving and understanding for our understanding and overstanding, then I know that this too shall pass. But I still feel resistance. She fearful of fill in the blank. He reminiscent of loss. Or stuck somewhere. It's only now maybe his feet in the water and think about water. The depths of our emotions starting to tickle our feet. And here we are looking at the ship that has sailed. The loss, the perceived loss. This energy. Maybe I've been wrong. Maybe I wasn't right. Maybe this time my fantasy or my multi-dimensional living of realities have gotten the better of me, causing me to overthink. And wonder about maybe this homeland that exists somewhere but still not here in mourning. I wrote something the other day, and then this is interesting, and this is even coming up this way because I opened my notebook and I turned to a random page. And this is from 12:10:19 at 1:18 p.m. 8, 9, 10, 10. Center in on ourselves. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. 5. Change. 5 plus 1, 6. Over somewhere. I'm reading this now for the first time, so if I have to go back, excuse me. When we sometimes write, I've learned to distinguish between I that presents herself consciously here on this 3D realm of perceived existence I've learned to, because I channel so much, especially in my writing, I have always encountered writings in my life that I don't remember writing. And I used to find it so fascinating, or to be able to write so many things and be there, but be open, or the just vessel, the conduit of messages to pour out of you. Like when you get into that writing frenzy and you just start writing and you're just like, you know, these things that we do, we experience them like on many multidimensional planes of existence. And even this human side of us can have and experience these things too, consciously as well, and aware in their now present state. And so I have always been aware of my channeling in my writing, because ever since I was a little girl, I used to always say that I write and I don't know what I'm writing until after I'm done writing, and then I read back and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what this. Okay, so because of that phenomena for myself in my life, I studied it. I wanted to understand it better. I wanted to experience it fully. And so I started to intentionally and purposefully be clear for myself with these kind of writings. And so, you know, you become a little bit like maybe OCD, or like, you know. And so when I, the human side of this vessel, writes and creates, she puts the date and the time, sometimes her mood, and anything else that brings her to this present now moment as she embarks on her writing journey. And so whenever I come across anything that's dated or with timestamps and stuff like that, I typically remember writing it. But then I have so many that how I learned to distinguish writings that are not dated. Not anything, just written, scribbled, or, you know, whatever. And these have always been so, like, awakening for even I, like, on my own journey. And it's fascinating to create this system for yourself to be observant. Like, this is what I call third party observe. To be so present in your observing that you detach so well and allow for the spirited encounter, one can say, to take place. Many times I write what I write in a channeled state and then come out, because again, this has been a over 20-year practice of seeing and observing and allowing and describing to myself this phenomenon that is occurring at this moment in time, that I am honored to experience with such awareness, you know. And so, like, anyways, that was just maybe for some of you out there. Maybe you write, maybe you channel messages, maybe there are things that they're fighting. Shiva and Andromeda, the twins, you know, or you do stuff that is creatively artistic in some kind of way that sometimes you are too amazed by the phenomena of having created such a wow, whatever it is, whether it's a journal entry, whether it's a painting, whether it's a poem, a song, or whatever, something that took you somewhere else, and to be able to spend time with it, you know, it's really fascinating. So we pulled up the fear, right? And then I don't know where that card went with the dude, but with the lost card, right? The ships sailing. So I have wrote the other day, 12/10/19, 1:18 p.m. Reciprocal love. Here we go. Don't tell me shit. Reciprocal, and then yeah. Wants me to do this at a time. I don't even have privacy. Reciprocal love. I'm trying to see this word because I'm like, what the hell right here? Reciprocal love. Okay, reciprocal love in a carousel of hell, having us do things for people in hopes of something in return. Meanwhile, missing the entire call to turn around and see full face the love staring right back at you, in your face. Something like that. I'm going to reread it again. Reciprocal love in a carousel of hell, having us do things for people in hopes of something in return. Meanwhile, missing the entire call to turn around and see the love staring you right back in your face. Like, lately I have just been, well, not lately, all my lives, I have been studying, watching, learning. I'm always learning. And I see people around me, not around me, but you know, this can be on social media where I see a lot of people, because technically I am kind of like, I'm a little social, antisocial, and very much, if I'm not working, I am to myself, you know, a single mom raising my college daughter for all her life, and I keep to myself. Due to my own heightened sensitivity and awareness that, you know, sometimes isolates many of us, because no supportive connections. Beautiful. I feel like that is something that we are all receiving in each of our four corners of this world. And it's beautiful to have people eight come together, infinitely tied. Anyways, so might as well enjoy this ride and be supportive of one another, you know? A call home to spirit, I see. The sacred temple. Anyways, what was I saying? That I just feel that one of the greatest lessons that is having been learned, or being learned, or wherever you are on your journey of this rising of self-worth, value, love, confidence, you know, in oneself, the internalizing rather than externalizing one's world to master the pieces of you that you are piecing together for your own peace and alignment. And sometimes it feels isolated, lonely, lacking in reciprocation. Anything and everything that you ever give to others that you don't receive or feel you receive in return. And it just has you chasing rainbows or in toxic friendships, relationships, partnerships, toxic relationships with self, you know? And so this crave of needing to receive what you feel you give out or need, this rough, tough path that has presented many conflicts and turbulent waters, because look at, they're out at sea by themselves. Like, whoa. There's change, though, occurring with new supportive connections that you are making in your alignment that is here now, and so you can fully trust the connections that you are making, and with great gratitude, too. But, part of the coming into alignment with oneself without any bitter tainted seeds of feeling some type of way because you feel like something doesn't go your way would be to be ungrateful still to this day if you find yourself feeling some type of way, you know. And this reciprocity that we have even created into a fantasy like of loss. Sometimes see, this card came up. Sometimes there's events in our lives. This is an event card. Just like this is an event card of being fed the wrong information or being misguided or misled or deceived, where nothing is as it appears to be because there's people behind the scenes doing things to manipulate, you know, certain kind of realities, and then you feed into that kind of energy vortex that is indeed fragmented in every kind of way. And I just feel that, anyways, I was saying prior to that feeling, I was saying that I see, like, you know, in my own ways, so many people sad, no matter what smile they put on their face. And I can, you know, intuitively pick up when I tap in why. And a lot of it is through this lack of, you know, if you want to go to the root of it, you know, self-worth and appreciation and self-love. And, you know, there has been a lot of life lived, a lot of events, a lot of experiences that have taken place that have not been healed along the way, that have created a ripple effect of whatever has brought, you know, these people to this point of their now today where they feel this kind of way, where they feel alone, even in a room full of people, feel misunderstood, crave love and attention and affection, relationships and partnerships. Like, you know, like, and if I was to stay and focus on that, it would make me sad. And of course, there are many times where the empath in me gets swept away, or it can be, like, affected, or have before in the past, where it was, you know, overwhelming. And to understand better now through my own studies and observations and, you know, yeah. Okay, so I'm reading this a few ways. Again, I know I go on a babble all over the way, but this was me again resisting, and I just pressed record anyways because I really, truly I did not want to. I mean, I get it, why I have to, but whatever, you know, I'm here, I'm doing it. So, some kind of commitment, some kind of contract, some kind of new something is on its way, smiling in every kind of way. Read fine print, read everything, or maybe you will feel that, know that intuitively too. But there's certain kind of events that maybe too have tied up people, or like there's some kind of binding in time, aligning. I'll read what this card means here. Events. So separate, so events, 3. Okay. This card shows a man signing papers at a table, and it foretells a commitment on the horizon. It may in fact be in the form of a romantic relationship or even a marriage. There could also be a business commitment, a job offer, a partnership, a rental agreement, or the sale of a house. All of these activities bode well for you at this time. This card may also signify a good resolution to a legal matter, especially one that you've been dealing with for a while. Of course, you still need to do your research and get a clear understanding of your part in this commitment. Investigate what's expected of you and what you can expect of anyone else involved. Being well informed will help the new endeavor go smoothly. Indeed, being prepared and informed helps all areas of life. The universe blesses your commitments as you bring your personal power and highest intentions to all that you do. So that's very important at this time too. To stay in that kind of alignment with your own truth, no matter what is happening around you, to rise in your own power. I'm annoyed by this video, and that's just the human side of me that is just expressing herself free. And my own new supportive connection to myself. And just allowing myself to just do what it is that I decide and want to do, no matter what I say or where I say it comes from. You know, the holding ourselves back because we're afraid of, you know, the kind of reciprocity we're going to receive back, or the kind of feedback, or, you know, bounce back, like the kind of reception we have perceived to have felt over time from the past previous experiences in our own lives that do not currently align with our now time at this time. So to build foundations that you are now currently consciously building off of paradigms that do not fit your construct at this time would be, you know, a devastating blow of, let's speak positively, and let me go backwards in that statement. So, you know, to speak out of box to a reality that you consciously understand better now, so there's no need to apply those foundations previously spoon-fed to you from the moment you have come into this 3D realm of existence. Now you can let go of all that resistance with your consciousness and your awareness, where you now can implement in full align whatever it is that you decide and want to design for you in your now Creator's Eye life. That is building legacies, foundations, firm, different, energetic, grounding, stance, vibration of vortexes that are portals that are open. Yes, I feel like there's going to be a lot of this socializing and connecting with friends and colleagues, people in alignment with you, which is beautiful too. I didn't mean for this video to go this long. I don't know if I should record another one, but I at least listened to the prompting from Spirit. Telling us to keep with the optimism in our own consciousness. I'm going to read that message and I think I'm going to call it I am pretty, like, it is very late, although these messages are timeless. I'm gonna kick her ass. She's feeling herself. She has her own room. Do you have that too? Where your children just never leave your bed?
I'm not
crazy. Anyway. Optimism. Oh, yeah, so it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, our time. Like, you know, whatever time this is, so it's just like, you know. So, we have the card of optimism. A woman looks joyous.